Hello everybody, and welcome to the Epic Flight Academy Commercial Pilot Course. Remember our 3 keys to success, and please hit that subscribe button. Our topic today is night vision, night definitions, and night currency. To help us understand and make sense of this topic, we are going to reference the Airplane Flying Handbook, or the AFH, and the Pilot Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge, or the PHAK. When we go flying at night, the first consideration needs to be our own limitations. As humans, our eyes are adapted to see clearly and with accuracy during the daylight. During the day, we focus our vision on the fovea, where there is a concentration of cone cells. At night, using off-center viewing will allow the eye to take greater advantage of its light-sensitive rod cells, because our vision will be focused off to the side of the fovea and more onto the rod cells. The human eye contains about 5 million cone cells, which function best in bright light. On the other hand, the human eye contains about 92 million rod cells, which are necessary for seeing in dim light. To see effectively at night, the eye needs time to adjust. To accomplish this, the iris expands the pupil as wide as possible, letting as much light as possible into the eye. Now, this takes only a few seconds, up to a minute maybe, to be completed. But meanwhile, those 92 million rod cells need more time to adapt to seeing in dim light conditions. Why? Because rhodopsin is the photopigment that the rod cells use for dark adaptation. And this photopigment takes approximately 30 minutes to fully develop. And that's why it takes approximately 30 minutes for our night vision to adapt. Now, night is defined in FAR 1, and we see references to nighttime in parts 61 and 91. So let's examine them in order. In FAR 1, nighttime is defined as the time between the end of evening civil twilight and the beginning of morning civil twilight. Simple, right? Well, this leads to some confusion because, what is civil twilight, and how does that relate to me as a pilot? The solution to our question lies in this diagram. Imagine that you are standing here and viewing the sun just as it sets and then disappears below the horizon. The key lies in how fast the sun is dropping below the horizon. Well, the Earth rotates 360 degrees in one revolution, and this takes 24 hours. So, because 360 divided by 24 equals 15, we say that the Earth rotates at 15 degrees per hour. And how this relates to us as pilots takes us to FAR parts 91 and 61. Now, just as the sun sets, my position lights must be turned on. This is FAR 91.209. Now, let's turn to logging nighttime. At approximately 30 minutes after sunset, I will start logging nighttime in my logbook, because if the Earth rotates at 15 degrees per hour, then it rotates at 7.5 degrees in a half an hour. Now, since night officially begins at civil twilight, or 6 degrees below the horizon, then if I begin logging my nighttime 30 minutes after sunset, it is an easy way to ensure that my nighttime is legal. Finally, I know that FAR 61.57 Bravo requires that my night takeoff and landing experience must be accomplished 1 hour after sunset or 1 hour before sunrise. Well, think about it. 1 hour after sunset, the sun will be 15 degrees below the horizon, or just about the completion of astronomical twilight. In other words, it is really dark outside. So this ensures that my night currency will be accomplished in actual dark conditions. Well, folks, today we have reviewed night vision, nighttime definitions, and night currency. Join us next time.